G'day everyone, welcome back to Steve's Place Down Under. Today, this is part 2 of the Kenworth restoration. I'm calling it restoration, but we're really just getting it on the road, getting it up to registration spec, I guess. I brought the gurney home from work and we're going to give the cab chassis a wash, and then we're going to go down and clean the tray before we put it on there. You can hear the revs are right up, the shaft's a bit tight in the PT fuel pump. It's also got a dump valve on the front axle leaking air, as you could hear. I fixed the relay valve last night on it, so she's not getting full air pressure to the brake. So I fixed one on the drive last night, but the front axle you can hear now, as he changes direction, he's leaking. If you want to know more about this truck, go back to part 1. Tell you where I got it, the history of it, what it is. This one will just be basically washing it. I don't know if there's twin steers in America. I assume there is, but a lot of people say how unique it is and how funny it looks, but they're a big part of Australia and New Zealand, these 8-wheelers, we call them here. Massive load carrying capacity. And you could tow a dog with them too. The fuel pump is starting to free up after the engine gets hot and the fuel's getting hotter and everything. I don't know why it's stuck, it never was. But when it was parked for all that time, it became stuck. I have got a dump valve to put on that, or I pull it apart and just free the rubber up like I did in the relay valve at the back. What do you think of her?
Mustn't have had it in bloody low. Seemed to reverse quick, that's all.
Is it in deep reduction? On the dash? Deep might be stuck on, right? It's probably never been flicked since we've had it.
Well, it's over where it says out.
Yeah. Got a lot of mould on the roof. We'll have to get the sponge up there or some sort of chemical to get that off. The idea is most of the flaky paint inside the chassis rails, but you know, it hasn't been washed for, I've had it for 10 years probably, I've never washed it. Go down and find a IBC container, or like a 1,000 litre pod we call them here, probably the same worldwide, but take some water down the back. We're on town water here, but there's none down where the tray is, so I want to wash the tray down the back because of all the flaky paint and it's covered in sticks and leaves. We're going to probably do that down there so we don't make a mess up here. I really like these spitwater pressure washing machines, but they're so expensive I'd never be able to afford one. I've got like just a cold water one just for washing, but it's not powerful enough to blow all the paint and everything off. just a magnificent thing. Australian made. It's got a 630 V-twin Honda on it. What we use to wash all our earth movers before they come back to the workshop. To film us today, but she's in editing part 1 of this Kenworth series. She's been painted over the original colour without scuffing it or anything, because it's just flaking off. Okay, the mighty spitwater's still going here. It's been about an hour, Mick's been doing it. Just a fantastic journey. So powerful, hot water. Starting to look a lot different. There's a lot of the red paint's coming off the wheels. Probably going to involve painting it too, which I wasn't going to do at this stage, but the other side I'll show you now is fairly blue. A bit of white too, so I don't know whether the hub's been changed or she had white on her at some stage. Until a lot more blue paint showing than at the start of the video. While Mick was doing that, I went down to find a way I was going to bring the IBC up. I've got it filling up at the moment, and I thought, well, I was just going to tow it up with the car and carry it back down with the forklift, and then I noticed that the trailer I bought off John for 400 bucks, and there was a battery in the Zeta that I paid 500 for. That was an episode where it was under floodwaters. And I ended up getting it going. All the injector pump was stuck and everything, and I got it going for $0. I just done it all in the shed here. Runs fine now. I thought I'd just use the trailer and the tractor and leave it all together. It is a tipping trailer, and it does work. She had a load of tyres and a blade off one of the other tractors in it, and I tipped that off and just dragged it up here. So has got a set of little light truck tyres on one side. Looks like an aeroplane tyre on the other, but 400 bucks. I think it's magnificent. I don't think any of you Kenworth people are interested in a Czechoslovakian tractor, but I've just noticed I was pumping one of the tyres up, and I don't know if this tyre's been on here since new, but it's also made in Czechoslovakia, so that's interesting to me. She's a long way from home. Whether the tyre's been put on from being bought here and made there, or she come with it. Hasn't got a lot of wear on it for the age of it. So we'll fill that up now. I've got to go from 2-inch BSP down to probably, we're using 1/2-inch garden hose here at the moment, but it's pressurised, so probably have to go, because it's going to be gravity, probably have to go a bit bigger, 3/4 or inch, see what I've got and see what I can reduce it to. Alright everyone, I think that's going to conclude the truck. We're going to make our way down the back now. The IBC's nearly at 1,000 litres. I don't know how the old Zeta is going to go down through the creek with no brakes, but I guess I'm about to find out. I might have to bail off her. and the truck come up pretty good. She'll get another cab wash and a light gurney with what I've got here after we work on her. But she's 100% better than what it was. Very happy with how it went. It's made us a little bit more work though, because all the wheels are now different colours. But probably I'd like to put a burnt orange colour like the old white I've got there, just to sort of match them all in a little bit. Burnt orange where it's all red, and maybe the comb and rail of the tray as well. So we'll venture down the back now. We're just on our way down the back, and Mick sort of suggested we take a bit of a lunch pack with us. Look lovely and cold too. There's a bag down there, I'll put them in. It's in the car down there. So if the old Zeta will go, and got hydraulic brakes, this old girl, and when she sits around, they don't really work. I was worried about. She seems alright at the moment. It's steeper than it looks. Only a ton, I suppose. Cold back alright. Okay, made it, all set up. Just run that hose out because it is gravity. It's a bit higher up here, plus it should flow better if it's straight, in theory. Sweep all the leaves off, and then we'll just try and get all the rusty paint and everything off her, and then we can lift it off. We're just getting the tray off this one. This has been a video on this truck, but we've never started it. I just bought it for cab parts for another one I've got up the top end for the tray. So there's a video of us picking this up on the Kenworth if anyone's interested in that. It's quite a way back. 4070 Transtar. It doesn't get oil and grease off. You can use as much degreaser as you like, but it's never as effective as hot water. I've done some measuring last night when we were having a light refreshment, and this tray's going to be too long. Eventually I want to make the Kenworth a beaver tail so you can self-load it with ramps, so you know your back comes down on an angle with your ramps folded up. You can just drive a tractor straight on. That piece that I cut off to shorten the tray for that truck will be used again for that angle. So it's a bit of a shame to have to shorten it at the moment, because then you've got to make it all again. I'm sort of running out of time, but we'll do what we can. Might have to do a few afternoons after work maybe. The idea of this is just to get the flaky paint off it. used for carting hay, this truck, but they weren't driving it, they were towing it with a tractor. As you can see, the axles are out of it. They were just using it as a trailer. It's never had anything really oily on the back, so it's just rust really on it and leaves. Getting it off, isn't it? Okay, that's going to do it for the pressure washing. Might go and get the forklift now, and the old crane's already here. And we'll sit it on the truck. It's a way we can mark it to where we've got to cut it, and it's a way of getting it up the shed. So it's closer to all the services and the tools up there.
Loaded it. So what's on? Up or down? I don't remember. Oh, hang on, Nick.
It's done it before, I just thought, hang on.
I'm just looking at it. That's a bit dead.
Could have done it anyway. I thought it was going to roll. Got no park brake. Just give it just a quick squirt in there. Righto. Okay, as you can notice, it's not sitting in the right position, but it's only really transport to get it up there because of where those guards are. I didn't want to sit that front one on that fuel tank. It's not far out the spacing, but it is a little bit. We've got to come forward probably 2 foot maybe, 1.5 foot there. That exhaust is really in the way, but we'll see what we can do there. It's coming back off so we can paint it and everything up there, but by the time it went forward, the overhang's not going to be as bad as I thought. Probably still trim it off though. As I said, it's going to be used again when we put that angle on for the beaver tails.
move!
Alright, if you heard me revving it like that, I've never been able to do that for the last couple of years, well, since I've had it going again. Of course the fuel pump was stuck, but sounds like she's freed up quite a lot, which is good. So those timbers, we didn't have any straps or anything on it. It did fall off, but it was only to bring it up here. So next weekend we'll probably move those tractors there and put the tray over there and do all our work on it there, where we've got air pressure and we've got 240 volt power, we've got air, water, whatever we need. So I'll leave this episode here. It's Sunday afternoon now, and I'll go and kick back or do something else for a couple of hours before we get ready for work tomorrow. So thanks to everyone for watching. If you're still watching, Scott, this is about an hour after you just hung up, mate. So they're in Arizona. Have a great week, everyone, and thanks Patreon members. Their support is just beyond belief, and all the subscribers and the nice comments. Thank you all for supporting, and thanks for watching.